versus Magnus Carlsen. And Carlsen goes for the French.
Yeah, very interesting. I think that also he knows that Ter Sahakyan used to be Lemon Aronyan's second, yes? So basically playing any kind of e4, e5s, he does not want. Yeah, also assuming that Ter Sahakyan definitely came prepared. It's also a very special event, yeah? Usually when the event starts, that's the moment when for the very first game you can do some preparation because you have the drawing of lots earlier. Later on, there is no more talking about preparation, and we see the winner variation.
Yeah, and here the first surprise, or the next surprise, knight c6, an offbeat line. This Wiener, of course, has been around. Jan Nepomniachtchi played it in the previous candidates, but it's never quite been established at the top level as a main opening. The computer doesn't love it. Magnus, what is he up to? Knight c6, queen g4 blitz out, and pawn to g6.
Yeah, this is a specialty of Rapport. Rapport is the one, Richard, that likes to play this with the black pieces. With knight c6 and then goes for queen a5. And the idea is to close the position with c5, c4, go for long castle, bishop d7, long castle, and create a completely different strategical play than the usual winner.
h4 play.
Well, usually if you can, then you like to include queen a4. The big question is, can you? But no, Magnus goes h6, he needs to stop h5.
This pawn is not as important, but Ter Sahakyan also says, no sir, I won't allow you to go queen a4, and for this whole complete block on the queen side, plays pawn to a4. Both sides seem to know this line.
Yeah, I mean, Rapport plays quite a lot of games. I mean, I think before Richie, people were saying that, okay, this is some sideline. I mean, we won't really analyze, we won't take it seriously, but when Rapport has played, I think, already more than 10 or 15 games in this line, even recently, then people tend to look at it, yeah, that what is it? The trick is, however, that the computer always prefers white, yeah, so it's not so easy to really get deep into the position unless you really force yourself, yeah, that, okay, come on, it's not easy, and c4, we see over the board, black closes the queen side and gets ready for bishop d7 long castles, and then tries to break on the king side with f6. It's very interesting that suddenly black is the one trying to open up the king side as well.
How was it for you as a 1e4 player? These French structures, and in particular this Wiener. Did you feel at ease with white? Okay, computer says white is better, black doesn't have a lot of play. Or did they confuse you? I always found them very confusing, but I'm not much of an e4 player.
Well, personally, I have quite a good result from the white side. I think it's also connected that in 1999, when I was like 20 years old and already 2700 players, then I devoted like 10 days of my life to these Wiener structures, yeah? And
needs to threaten something. Rook e1 is also there. It looks like this is just not enough firepower. And it's on the board. Rook c7, king d8. It's game over. Knight c6 or rook e1 is coming.
Yeah, wow. I mean, so exactly at the moment when we felt like white is about to survive, then one mistake and it was the game.
And he did resign. Tough fight in the first round for the world champion, but he does come through. It's also just when we were praising, yeah, the momentum is on his side and so on. Maybe sometimes you're relaxed a little bit, you think the worst is over. And boom, there it is. After king c8, okay, it's not easy at all, but the bishop had to stay here. Rook f4 was the best move also. Threatening bishop takes b7, follower, and black just doesn't have any advantage whatsoever.
Okay, I was calculating this line. I was thinking that c3 is the point from black side. Yeah, that's the move that you worry about. But that this works out for and c2 rook.
Check.
Check, yeah.
So there's no rook c8. Yeah, it's a draw.